Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to review Real Housewives of Lagos Season 3 Episode 2. Episode 2 starts with Caroline doing crafts with her daughter, and they are discussing her daughter's time with her father. On the other end, we also see Dabuta as well with her friend Danielle, and Dabuta's daughter Rina is having a birthday photo shoot. So they show these two scenes alongside each other. Dabuta is telling Danielle what happened at Laura's event. Danielle is Dabuta's friend. So she's telling Danielle what happened at Laura's event. The things that were said, the way that she felt. She also talked about Linda's blog and what it did to her personally, and the fact that she doesn't want to transfer the annoyance that she has as Linda on Laura. So, they just conclude that they see how everything goes. They're going to take it one day at a time. So while Caroline is at her house having this activity and discussion with her daughter, she receives an invite from Miriam for a high tea party. So we move to the next thing. We see Diadem arrive at Nest Cafe and she's waiting for the person that invited her. She got there quite early. She was explaining in the diary room that she's the kind of person that likes to show up very early, and she expects whoever has invited her to show up early as well. So who invited her was Miriam anyway. And Miriam didn't come until an hour later. Honestly, at that point, I just concluded that this Diadem is a very patient person. Honestly speaking, she's very, very patient. I'm trying to imagine myself leaving stuff that I have to do, living my life, and coming to sit down there. And the person who had even invited me is not there. The person makes me wait for 1 hour. I don't think I can do that personally. Honestly speaking, I just call it off. I just leave the person. I will leave the place rather. I tell the person that we should fix the appointment for some other time because I got things to do, right? But she stayed, and that's the conclusion I got, that Diadem is a very patient woman. So, Miriam later comes an hour later, and she's apologizing, explaining what had happened, that she didn't make it on time. And then she asks, oh, where's Dabuta? And that's where Diadem is like, I can sense that she was a bit tense by that sentence, right?
Where's Dabuta? She's on her way. I invited Dabuta too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because definitely she wasn't expecting Dabuta to be there. She was thinking it was going to be only she and Miriam. So Miriam says, yes, that she invited Dabuta because she wanted to get to know Dabuta and Diadem. She wanted to understand their friendship better. Really? That's what I just thought. When I heard that, I was like, really? Honestly, all these things, I noticed Diadem getting tense by what Miriam was saying. And she was explaining, that she sensed that they're really close at Laura's events. And so that's why she invited them both, because she wanted to see how close they were. And, I really liked Diadem's answer in the diary room.
How? From where to where?
Seriously, that's exactly what was coming to my mind. From where to where? How? Why? So in the diary room, Diadem mentions that people keep asking her about her relationship with Dabuta, and it's already becoming tiring. This is exactly what happened in season 2 with Laura and Faith, right? I'm seeing the same thing occurring here again, because I wasn't really expecting such thing to come up in this episode 2. We already settled it in episode 1 that they are close and they know each other, and I thought it would end there, but apparently it didn't. Diadem explains to Mariam that she knows Dabuta because they do the same kind of business and they probably had some kind of work relationship before in the past. So, but that they are not close the way Miriam thinks. And then it was Miriam in the diary room, she was like,
Adela, you are the school daughter. Because Dabuta looks like someone that can burn you 20 times.
Mariam, why? Why? Well, that statement, is it necessary? Honestly, you see in this episode, honestly, I was really put off by some of the things Miriam was saying, because it's not necessary. I'm watching it, I'm trying to understand where she's coming from. Why? Why do you need to establish that there's a school mother, school daughter relationship? Female friendships are not like that. They are not. Everybody dropped this school mother, school daughter thing in secondary school. Nobody does it again. Why is she bringing it? So Miriam then asks, who is Diadem's boyfriend? That because the way Diadem is, somebody has to be servicing the looks. Again, Miriam again. To me, it looked like that scene just looked like she wanted to continue the interview session she was having with Diadem and Laura's events. That's just what I thought. So Diadem answers her that.
Okay, I have a man, but we're good.
So after that, that's when Miriam invites Diadem to the high tea party, and then it was at that point that Dabuta walked in. And then when Dabuta walked in and she greeted them, then Miriam was like, oh, I don't like the way you ladies, you have bomb. And you have all the bomb and what? Miriam, do you want to get your bomb done? That's what I just thought. Do you want to get your bomb done? You don't need to emphasize some things. Honestly. So that's what I thought. I was like, okay, maybe, who knows? Maybe in season 4, we might just see Miriam with this very, very big behind. That's what I thought. When Dabuta mentions that she was confused when she met Diadem there, because she was thinking that the lunch was between just her and Miriam. So Miriam then is talking about what Laura said in episode 1. Laura was mentioning in episode 1 that, she has met Dabuta a lot of times, but for some reason they don't speak and all that. So Miriam wanted Dabuta to clarify on that statement. Miriam, let it go. Miriam, let it go. This is becoming too much. And in the diary room, Dabuta mentions that she felt interrogated by Miriam for asking so. I can understand all this kind of stuff. I can understand it. I don't talk to somebody, so I don't talk to somebody. Why do I have to come and explain it to you? And Dabuta just explains they've been seeing each other at occasions, but they've never really spoken to each other. And that's just the way it is in a big city, right? When you are a celebrity in a big city, you meet a lot of people, but you don't necessarily talk to everybody, right? It's not even about being a celebrity anyway, just normal life. There are some people that you just see and you just give them that casual hello hi, and that's where it ends. You don't need to pursue a friendship with everybody that you meet. Isn't that so? Like in the diary room, Dabuta says that her impression of Miriam at that point is that Miriam is very nosy. She's right. I agree. So Miriam was saying the reason why she's asking this is because she doesn't want a situation where someone will come up later in the season and say, oh, and something was written about me in the blogs and stuff like that. So that's why she's asking. And why does it concern you? Like that's what I was just thinking in my mind. Miriam, why does it concern you? Even if someone comes up later and starts to say these things, it's not your business. You don't own the blog. You're not related to the person that owns the blog. Leave the people that have an issue with the blog with the people who have the blog, and let them squash out their differences. Like that's the whole point. So I like the way Dakota was just smiling through the conversation. Like I mentioned for the episode 1 review, I like her demeanor, very demure. She was just smiling, just giving her answers. I really like that. I want to be like Dakota. So Miriam excuses herself to go to the ladies, and them and Dakota they just chats, and then Miriam comes back. She ends the lunch, and they just go home. And I thought to myself, is that the only reason why you call these women? Like seriously, you just called these women because you wanted to have tea. Why are you so desperate? Why are you so desperate for gossip? That's just what came to my mind. Like you are so desperate for gossip, you can't even wait for the gossip to get to you. Why? I'm trying to imagine myself in that situation. Like someone invites me for lunch and they're asking me about my personal life or my relationship with another person. And because I didn't really give them the answer they expect, I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. We're going home. If that person ever calls me in the future, I won't answer you. That's just, if it were me, I will never answer your invitation again because... Moving on. Next thing, Laura is with her gym instructor. She was saying that she wants to tune up, and the gym instructor was telling her the things that she would do. So that's where she mentions it to him and to us as well that she used to be a fitness instructor like 15 years ago. But life happened, and according to her, she married a rich man, so there wasn't any need to do that kind of job. Let me see. That comment made me feel like I'm trying to put myself in that situation. That comment made me feel like she's trying to say she knows what to do. Like, I don't know if you get it. Like, if you are here bragging that you used to be a fitness instructor 15 years ago, I'm not saying the reason why you needed to hire Christopher. This is your new fitness instructor. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You have just done your gymming on your own. So, for me, I feel like she's trying to brag, and I don't understand why. But anyway, Christopher just brushes off that statement, and he just continues. He's telling her what to do, squats, or what is it called? Is it push-up? Yes. And, she falls. She stands again, she falls, she's laughing, and it's almost like she's playing. No, not that it's almost like she's actually playing.
Let's do this. Okay.
I became a baddie.
You know the shake.
You're the one making me shake now. You're distracting me.
You
And honestly speaking, I've kind of noticed that trend in reality TV. When it's time to gym or to exercise, and the ladies there, they are falling off, they are laughing, they are gisting, they are drinking cocktail or something else. And I find it annoying. I genuinely find it annoying. Like you are there to exercise. You are not there to play. I don't know if you get it. Do what you are there to do. I'm trying to understand what the point is. Playing and laughing when you're supposed to be exercising. It's not something to be joking about. These are serious issues. Like, there are people in the world who really, really need this exercise for one reason or the other. And then you are there as a public figure and you are laughing about it. It's not funny. Honestly, I just really wish that I stopped saying such crap in reality TV. So Diadem is with her elder sister Temitope, they're in her closet. They just get to talking, and Diadem is telling her about her experience meeting the other ladies. She's talking about everybody, and then she gets to Miriam, and she tells her senior sister that Miriam asked her if she was married. Her sister went,
want I know where.
The Miriam, Abby.
Yes.
it was a goodie moment. Like, yes, that was the right reaction. And, Diadem then explains how Mariam was asking other things. Okay, oh, you're not married. What happened? What was the problem? Was it you? Was it... that interrogation session that they had in episode 1? And his senior sister was like, who is asking that? Is it Miriam? And Diadem says, yes. Okay, so the senior sister then gives her advice to be careful around friends. A bit an elder sister as well. I understand where she's coming from. And I have given such advice before. Because you are older, right? There are some things that you get to experience first before your siblings. And you don't want your siblings to make the mistakes that you have made. Right? So I understand Temitope. And I stand with her. That's the best advice to give to your younger sister, to be careful around friends. Like, I really, really love the advice. She really told her sister a lot of stuff. Don't let people know what you're up to. Don't tell them everything about your life. Like, that's just life. That's how to survive in this life. You don't tell everybody what you're up to. You keep people guessing, right? Because some people already know what you're planning, what you're about to do. They will just be out there to destroy. Like, there's no other thing. Like, that's human nature. They'll be out there to destroy it, probably because of jealousy or because they don't want you to get ahead of them or whatnot. So I really like that advice that her elder sister gave her. And I really wish that Diadem takes her sister's advice. So next they show Carol, she's being styled at home for Miriam's tea party. And they also show Laura, who's also being styled at home for Miriam's tea party. And Miriam arrives at the venue first, thank God. Anyways, her event, so she's supposed to be there first. She arrives at the venue first. And honestly, I loved the decoration of the venue, rather. The decorator really tried. It gave this kind of like girly vibe, like we're just girls who want to have a nice time. Everything was there, the tea, the scones, the snacks, the everything. There were balloons, there were flowers, there was candles, just like a candlelit dinner. It was just beautiful. I just loved the venue. And kudos to the event decorator. So Carol arrives next, and it's just she and Miriam. And then Miriam asks her if she's nervous. And she says no, she's not. She's in her right, she's in the best state of mind. I don't know why Miriam was asking such. Did Miriam think that Caroline is afraid? Like, I was just asking myself, Miriam, do you think that Caroline is afraid? Like, seriously, from Carol that from Carol that we all know from season 1, do you think that she'll be afraid of anybody? No, she won't. So I don't know where that question was coming from. But anyway, I guess she cared. She really, really cared. That's why she asked it. So she tells Carol that she told Laura about her. And Carol specifically mentions that she wouldn't want Laura to come there and start playing the victim. And I agree, If you remember from season 1, right, some things happened. They both had something to do with the situation. It's not like it was only Carol that was the villain there. No. Even in that fight scene from season 1, if you remember, it was Laura that started doing things first before Carol responded. So, yes, I understand what Carol is trying to say. Laura shouldn't come and play the victim like she didn't have anything to do. She's the good person. Or, no. Like, she didn't have anything to do with the situation. It was only Carol. So, I like that. In fact, Carol, specifically, she was emphasizing on that. Then, in the diary room, there was something that Carol said about dirt.
If you feel you have dirt in someone just because the person is quiet, the person might be quiet just to protect her reputation, but really the person might have a bigger dirt on you.
That's right, Carol. Like, Carol was like really, really explaining what really happened. She said someone that she wouldn't mention the name right there, but someone had called her back then in season 1. Someone had called her, sat her down, and said all sorts of things that the person had told her things that Laura had said about her. You understand? And that kind of like aggravated their situation. And Carol also mentions that Laura also owes her an apology, which I agree with, right? They both were wrong in that situation. So if Carol is planning to apologize, because Carol actually came there with the plan to apologize to Laura. So she's planning to apologize to Laura. Laura too should apologize to her. They both were wrong, and I agree with that. So Diadem is the next person that arrives, and then Miriam introduces Diadem to Carol. They just greet each other, and when they greet each other, they just keep quiet and face what this person is doing. Like, there's no chit-chatty stuff, and it's okay. I believe it's okay, because that's probably the first time that they are meeting. Although in the diary room they had stuff to say. Like, in the diary room, Diadem was really admiring Caroline. Like, wow, that she didn't know Caroline was even that light-skinned, and she was so beautiful, and the rest. It's just normal. That's what I just expected. But there's a way that the crew recording the episode, there was a way they put it to make it look like as it was sort of weird stuff. But I didn't think it was. They've been introduced, and then so they don't know each other. A topic has to be thrown to them for them to discuss, right? Mariam excuses herself and goes to the ladies, and Carol and Diadem, they're introducing themselves. This is what I do, this is what you do, and all that stuff. In the diary room, Carol mentions that she doesn't want to be in a hurry to make a friend on this season because she's trying to be more observant. Of course, that's what she's supposed to do because of her experience from season 1. So I don't understand that, and that's even the way it's supposed to be. Don't just jump at people and make friends of them. You have to study them first, okay? Let me mention this here. Like, I didn't like the way Diadem was speaking at Yoruba in the diary room. Like, it was just flowing. It was just nice. I was really enjoying it.
I thought that was fair. She's very chilled, very calm, very still go. Everywhere call she jam. Emi kekin temi. Oh, baby sorrow. What's my own? That's what to come here. When I have my mirror, I will draw me more lipstick.
I was feeling how you're on it. So Dabuta is the next person that arrives. Caroline mentions that she had met Dabuta before some years back. When Dabuta was just starting her makeup line and her water, and everybody was like, they didn't even know that Dabuta was into making water. So it was Caroline that told them that in the diary room. Miriam was like, I didn't even know that Caroline and Dabuta knew each other. Miriam, you just want to be nosy. You don't have to know everything. You just want to be nosy, honestly.
Interesting. Another friendship is forming a bit.
Nosy.
I'm just going to start with this.
Are you? No, you won't. I know you. You won't stay out of it. So Dabuta explains that when she was going through a tough time, like Caroline reached out to her and offered her support. Then Miriam calls Laura to ask Laura where she is. And when Miriam was calling Laura, honestly, I was just annoyed.
What is here waiting for you?
Why was she doing that? She raised the phone high and she, Laura, so that Laura can see that Caroline is in the background. Why? Miriam, why? Like, honestly, Miriam she irritated me in this episode. Honestly speaking, it got to a point it was just so irritating. She didn't need to do that. You could just pick up your phone and talk to Laura yourself, and Laura will come and they meet themselves and they sort out this issue. Why? See, moving on, they decide to start having a conversation. Miriam asks Caroline, she's seen someone. Miriam, why? Why do you want to know? Caroline answers that she's seen someone and is serious, and the other now says that she's single. As in opposed to what she told Miriam at the cafe that she was seeing someone. Yeah, now she was now saying that she's single. Even Miriam even points that out, but that's not what you told me. You said you were seeing someone, then she now says no, she's single, and Dabuta too says Dabuta emphasizes that only she's single. And the other is surprised, like, single, how? And so she was, in whispers, she was explaining, Dabuta was explaining to the other in whispers that she has broken up with the person that she was with before, so she's actually single and stuff. After that, that was how immediately, honestly, I don't know what prompted it. Maybe it was cut out. Maybe when they were editing these videos, they cut it out. But I don't know what prompted Miriam to go into counselor mode. That's how Miriam just like counseling. In a relationship, well, what you need is communication. What you need is communication. Like,
Very important. Communication.
like, I was just wondering, like, what is this one? Where is it coming from? Who are you trying to give advice? Like, that counseling she was giving is counseling for like people who have never been married. How do I say it now? Like youngsters in their 20s. Even with our in our 30s, Miriam, don't come and be telling us communication, please. And then Dabuta was mentioning that she doesn't totally agree. That because in a relationship you can be communicating well and still will not work out. And Miriam was like, no, and Dabuta was explaining it's not only communication, like there could be other things that could make a relationship not work. And Miriam was like, this is this, and you just let the person know, I don't like this, and the person will not do it, and then you too, you don't do what the person don't like, counselor move, just talking. And Dabuta was trying to tell her, no, some of these things, it's not in every situation that this thing counts, right? You could communicate, honestly, I understood where Dabuta was coming from. There are some relationships, there's no amount of communication that you have, it just will not work. Some of these issues, I would say personally, some relationships do not work because of it. Like there are some relationships that you and that guy are good together, but just circumstances, things just happen that come in your way, and some of you cannot be together. No matter how hard you try, some of you cannot be together. It's just be better to go your separate ways. Mine was just no, it's communication. It's communication. And then Dabuta says, you know what? I do not agree with you. I disagree. Like, Dabuta said in such a cool, calm way, I do not agree with you. It doesn't always work like that. And Miriam said, oh,
and you're still single.
Miriam, why? Like, it was at that point when Miriam made that statement. I just came to the conclusion that this Miriam is, she doesn't know how to talk. Honestly speaking, she doesn't just know how to talk. She just says the next thing that comes to her. I don't expect that of a grown woman. Honestly speaking, I don't expect that of a grown woman. Like, no matter how emotional you are, you should be able to be calm, to think about what you're about to say. When I say this thing, how is it going to be received? Don't just say things as it comes to your mind, please. That's why you're still single. I don't understand. Are you God or what? Or who is to say that something cannot happen to your own relationship? That's also what I was just thinking. Who is to say that? Most of these things, we can't determine them. It just happens. It's not the people who are in relationship. People are in relationship for 10, 15 years. It's not because they are the smartest or whatever. It just happens. But even Dabuta at that point, she didn't even know what to respond because she was just so shocked. And it was in the diary room that she was later explaining the word vomit. She was explaining word vomit. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. I've heard of it before. Word vomit. You just pour out everything. Just pour out everything that's in your mind without even thinking about it. So it was Caroline that asked, is that a shade? So it was in the diary room that Dabuta was explaining. You see, in life, she was explaining in life, we have multiple truths. And she's right. We can be having an argument. You are correct, I'm correct. Life is not black and white. And then Miriam in the diary room, she was saying, I don't like to argue, really. You don't like to argue. The other wants to douse the tension. And then she asks Caroline, what do you do for fun? And Caroline, explains, the things I do for fun, you can't do it. And somehow, the discussion went back to asking themselves about their relationships. Ladies, there are so many things that you can discuss. I was not expecting them to get back to that topic after what had happened between Mariam and Dabuta, right? But it just went back there. Aren't there other things to discuss? I believe there are other things to discuss. Parenting skills, right? Although I know they'll still argue about that. Career moves, they'll still argue about that. But please, in my mind, I was like, can you guys just stop talking about this relationship issue? It's tiring. Say something else. Like, you guys are successful women. Discuss something else among yourself. But anyway, I don't know if, baby, what I'm guessing is they're probably discussing that topic because they don't want to reveal so much about their personal lives. Maybe. Let me give them that reason. Dabuta asked Caroline if Caroline's boyfriend is around her age or is older. And Caroline says her boyfriend is older. And in the diary room, Dabuta was like, there was a time in her life when she used to believe that older men are better, but not anymore. She believes age doesn't matter. Well, it's okay for everybody to believe what they believe. But I personally agree with Caroline. I believe older men are better as well. But whatever, that's between them. It's just, anyway, that discussion is just a while away time. So it doesn't really matter what anybody thinks about anything. And then Laura arrives. So Laura arrives, and let me be sincere. The episode 1 review that I didn't really talk about their makeup and their dressing. I don't want to say, when I'm doing this kind of reviews, I don't want to say something that will piss somebody off. Because this video might get to them somehow. But God, I can't hold it. This particular one, I have to say it. That Laura's outfits for that high tea party, I did not understand it. Like, I don't want to use bad words, but what was that? Like, I didn't even get the geometry of the gown. Like, the gown was just like, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't understand the court. And then it didn't fit. I don't understand. Was it supposed to be a ball gown? Or was it supposed to have a train? Because to me it looked like it was in between a deflated ball gown and a train.
I
Apologies.
I like it. Wow. You look great.
Thank you. All the way.
Well, let's get in.
I did not like that gown. Out of everybody on that table, I did not like Laura's outfit. And I think I've not been having any issues with Laura's outfit, but this particular one, I just have to mention it. And even the makeup. Let me not say more than that. So Carol in the diary room admits that it was awkward seeing Laura after all this while. Laura greets everybody and she doesn't greet Carol. Petty. That's what I'll say. It was just petty. Carol just telling us in the diary room how, she just wants to keep her composure. She's a queen and her crown is supposed to sit on her head and all that stuff, and I understand that. So immediately Laura settles down, right? Miriam now says, oh, now that Laura is here, there's a game I want us to play. Okay. Okay, Miriam. So, there's this game, there are cards, you have to shuffle it and pick a card of your choice. So everybody picks their card. And Caroline starts, you read what's on the card and you answer the question that's there. So Caroline starts and she reads her card.
Have you heard an unflattering rumor about someone here? Would you confront them directly or just let it go?
The question had to do with her situation with Laura. And she admits that, yes, she has had an issue with Laura. Somebody came and gossiped about Laura to her and she used it to abuse Laura. And she's really sorry about that. She promises that from that moment on, no matter the gossip that she hears about Laura, she's not going to mention it because it's actually none of her business, I even love the way Dakota and Diadem were like, it was so touching, honestly. I loved Caroline's apology. It was so touching. Laura then says apology accepted. And then Miriam now asks, okay, Laura, is there anything you would like to say to Caroline?
You don't hear the English where I speak, Nana. Apology accepted.
Thank you.
Laura's answer was just so shocking. Why? What was that like? That was petty. That was very childish, honestly speaking. Petty and childish. Like, I wasn't expecting that from Laura. But anyway, moving forward. So in the diary room, right, Dakota says that she personally cannot do what Caroline is doing. Apologizing like that. That Caroline even went to the extent of apologizing to Laura's family. That she doesn't see herself doing that. She can't apologize. And, everybody has different personality. Everybody is different. But honestly, that's what I like about Caroline so much. Like, after everything, like she said earlier, right, they both have done something wrong. But she was the bigger person to come and apologize first. So that's what I admire. But Dakota admits that she will not be able to do that. And it's understandable, it's okay. So Mariam in the diary room says that she believes Caroline and Laura still have to have a separate meeting where they can actually really squash the issue that they have between them, like separate from the other ladies. So I agree with what Miriam is saying. Miriam mentions that because she said she knows that Caroline has already told Miriam that she also expects an apology from Laura. So I guess that's why she said they have to meet separately, and I agree with her. They are supposed to meet separately and squash out that issue. I just hope that the crew will be able to capture that force to see. Laura admits in the diary room that she as well was surprised that Caroline will apologize to her in front of the other women because she was thinking that Caroline was going to call her separately from prying eyes, away from prying eyes, and apologize to her. So she herself was surprised that Caroline apologized in front of everybody. Like, so if you were surprised, what was the... Anyway, I don't want to totally blame Laura here because Laura doesn't know that Caroline is also expecting an apology from her, right? So let me just take it as that. Caroline in the diary room mentions that the fact that she's patient and the fact that she's tolerant doesn't mean that she'll allow people to walk all over her. Dakota mentions that everybody there has the tendency or the ability to go crazy. And I get it, especially when they be annoyed. They have the tendency to do what you are not expecting them to do. And they all admit. Dakota immediately brings up the issue of Miriam saying, and you are still single, And I like what Miriam did. She just admitted there that she was wrong and she apologized. And Dakota accepted the apology. But it was what Miriam was saying in the diary room that I didn't get. She was just like, Dakota, I thought you had thick skin, no? Bele, I offended you, Bele. I thought you had big skin. What does that mean? I thought you had thick skin. What does that mean? You want to test if she has thick skin? Like, Miriam, like, oh my God. Miriam just annoyed me in this episode, honestly speaking. That's all I've just been emphasizing, I've been pitting it. She was just annoying all through this episode. So Carol then mentions that she believes none of them have the tendency of bullying someone. And they said, no, each person was speaking for themselves. No, I don't have that tendency of bullying someone. Laura says, never say never. Laura then explains how there's a tendency for relationships to be broken on this reality show, right? And she was explaining how the relationship between she and Toyin has gone from very, very close friends to being cordial, and how the relationship between Mariam and Toyin has gone from childhood friendship to not speaking to each other. So she was explaining to the new men, that's Dakota and Diadem, that this reality TV has a way of destroying friendships. And Caroline even agrees that it's true. And sharing it is not really a good thing for the reality TV. That's my honest opinion. It's not really a good thing for Laura to come out. Because for Laura to say that for Carol to agree, that means that is the opinion that each of them have in their mind, that okay, on this reality TV, it is known for destroying female relationships. And if I were the one producing this reality TV, I will try my best to see that such opinion is changed. But honestly, I think something needs to be done about that, so that these women do not have such notions in their mind that they are them and Dabuta. They promise not to do anything to hurt each other. It's a good thing, but I don't know if they'll be able to keep their promise. We are still watching to see. And then Laura is the last person to reach what's on her card. And the question was, who do you think are the besties in this group? And the answer was obvious, Dabuta and Diadem, right? Mariam shares gifts and they end the high tea party. And that's what finishes, or that's what ends episode 2. So we'll wait to see what happens in episode 3. That's my review for this episode 2. So see you in the next one. Bye.
Please, can I have what tea, please?